Kat Iniba and welcome back to Halo Halo. For the month of May, we are doing a very special Asian Pacific American Filmmakers Showcase where we spotlight APA filmmakers and their short films. Joining us today is Chang and Fabienne Maurer from Productions Q. Thank you guys so much again for being back in the studio. I want to talk about the film that we're going to premiere today called The Wheels Keep on Turning. And I want to know what made you guys, or how did the idea come about for the film?
Well, it started out as a film competition, and for the competition we had to pick 10 photos from a huge selection of photographers. And so we told each other, hey, let's both pick our own 10 and then we'll come together and see how to keep going. And when we showed each other our pictures, we were actually really surprised we picked 90%.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was we're pretty in sync about that.
Yeah.
And the whole idea is that we have to recreate these photos inside the film itself.
So the 10 pictures were all part of the film, or was it let's pick 10 pictures and then see which one we
Well, no,
align
all
with?
10 were supposed to be somehow incorporated into the film. Yeah.
Wow. And then from that, you guys wrote the story.
Right, so a lot of the photos reminded me of my cycling family. We're a huge family of bicyclists, and I was injured at the time. So I couldn't participate in long-distance rides with my father and my sister. So I was really, really upset, and I said, you know, the photos of the bicycle and the cramped spaces and rooms really made me think of, let's write a story about a bicyclist.
Okay, so you both wrote it together.
Yeah, and and based on her experience, I wanted to bring our character into like a situation where it's not just that he couldn't ride, but he wasn't allowed to ride. So we kind of came up with this whole institutionalized idea. And I was actually really inspired by an old Jack Nicholson film, One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah, where he was brought into the institution and he wasn't allowed to do anything that he wanted to do.
Exactly.
So we put our main character, Fausto, inside a retirement home where everything was kind of taken away from him. And from that, like, we were able to create a lot of fun stories. I was also inspired by a Taco Bell commercial. A bunch of like old people would sneak out in the middle of the night,
fun, right?
And have fun and go to Taco Bell and stuff. So we kind of wanted to incorporate that kind of idea where Fausto kind of comes in and changes the world of the retirement home. Yeah,
because just because you're getting older doesn't mean that you can't have fun.
Exactly.
I kind of like that. I love his energy, I guess, and how it's like, no, I'm gonna live my life.
Exactly, yeah.
Now this film actually made it to Cannes, am I saying that right?
Yes.
Cannes. Congratulations, all your films are always at Cannes. What was that experience like?
Oh, it was amazing. It's always so great working on a film and then seeing audience reactions and what they take out of the film. And it's very relatable. Everyone goes through a point in their life where even they know somebody in a retirement home, or they're dealing with someone who's just so depressed and who thinks the life is over and they can't live anymore.
Yeah, but I was able to relate. It's like, oh, I've been stuck in that place, so many times, and it's like, no, there's more to life.
Yeah.
So was that the message that you guys wanted to place?
Yeah, I mean, I think we wanted to showcase like these elderly people and kind of show people another side that they don't really think about, because a lot of times people kind of just brush them off. But we wanted to show how each and every one of them are characters, and they can have a lot of fun. They can, it's very relatable, even the stuff that they go through at that age.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about building a home, building your own family, and
community,
finding friends,
right?
community.
Right, friendship.
Exactly.
And you could, find friends at the least expected
places.
Yeah.
Like he didn't, well, I don't want to give it away, but he didn't really want to go there, and then what happens at the end,
Yeah.
The party's not over.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. Now, what was it like directing? Because I know you both directed the movie,
Yes,
right?
actually, this was this was a really special project because we both got to direct, and it was fun. I mean, like certain scenes are definitely like she would have more of an emotional attachment to it. So then she would have a lot of input on that, and then the other scenes I would take over. So it was kind of a nice.
It was easy transitions. Yeah. What was your most memorable part about filming?
I think the most fun scene for me was there's a scene where the 3 old men run right into the hallway, completely naked.
Yeah.
And they're just covered in nothing but foam. So that was, you know,
Was
that
that
really
difficult
fun
to film?
Yeah.
And keep on?
I mean,
It was fun. Initially, to save money, we thought, Rock thought, oh, we'll just grab a bucket, put dishwashing soap in there, and it'll be fine. And I thought, you know, let's rent a foam machine. We might need a little bit more foam.
Just in case.
And we're so glad we did, because there's actually much more to cover up than we anticipated.
Right. Well, I mean, it was fun because, like, while we're shooting, like, between every take, I mean, if you were to see, like, behind the scenes, between every take, all the guys would run into the bathroom, and there's me with like a bucket of foam and just
throwing
like
it on them.
Yeah, just
that must have been fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun, but it was also a lot of like, oh my God, you know, and then we have to run out before the foam falls off of them, and just go action, and then you know.
Fabienne, what was your favorite part?
I think my favorite part was actually off camera, and it was the behind the scenes of the collaboration between the actors and the crew all coming together. We had printed the photos that we had to recreate, and everyone hunching over and getting together to make sure that the set looked exactly like this photo, and the recreation with the characters was exactly the same. And it was the first time on a set that we had seen this true collaboration and friendship and just trying to get it perfect.
And everyone caring so much about the product, you know?
Yeah, all have the same vision.
On screen, of course, Fausto's big monologue in the middle of the movie was very emotional for me. It was my journey, and it felt like I heard someone else telling his journey, finally just letting it all out, finally sharing what his story was, what his feelings were about what really happened. Because until that moment in the film, he's just so strong. Like, he doesn't seem like he's human.
Exactly, and then the walls finally come down, right?
Yeah, and it was, I mean, it was a very emotional scene for everyone that was on set. But I mean, what I was really glad about that, right after that, you know, we had this whole scene where everyone in the room was cracking up, you know, and that laughter was just
contagious.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I love that.
You know? So everyone just laughed, and it was like we finally see, like you said, Fausto letting his guard down, and he was finally able to like merge with the rest of the family inside this retirement home. So it was very special.
And I used the audience members joining into the laughter as well.
I definitely was. I can't wait to air it right here. Thank you guys so much for being here today.
Thank you.
And sharing your story. Don't go anywhere, because Rock and Fabienne's film, The Wheels Keep on Turning, will be premiered right here on Halo Halo, all after the break.